Yes, I know you guys was expecting some gameplay from Hell Let Loose. However, the game for me was such a letdown that rather than an opening 10 minutes of gameplay to show you guys what the game's about, I kind of just wanted to give you guys a heads up of the way that I took it and my experience with the game. Now granted, this was my experience when trying to make a video on 3 different rounds. However, it turned out very much the same, and I don't know whether it's going to be the same for everyone, but I really did not enjoy playing it to the point where I didn't want to actually do gameplay for the channel. So instead, you can kind of listen to me rant on whilst you can see bits of the trailer, bits of gameplay and stuff. So when I first loaded up the game, I tried getting a bit of gameplay, and 3 minutes in, we hadn't even got into a round yet. It was just loading and stuff. After that, it was pretty much running simulator. I thought the game was going to be like Battlefield, where there's different spawn points around the map when it's mid-game, and you could kind of spawn in different places on your teammates and that sort of stuff. And for me, what it turned into was starting at 3 starting points where 3 minutes into the game of spawning on that point, we hadn't seen a single person. At one point I said I'm going to end up running for 3 minutes and getting shot by a guy laying a bush, and then next minute I saw a head peep over a little hill and I got sniped and died, and the respawn point was that same little bit where you had to run for 3 minutes in the snow to try and get to people. It was irritating. Then we managed to spawn on like a garrison that people had made, and again I just couldn't see anyone. I spawned with different weapons just to try and do the close combat, the range with like a sniper and stuff. And again, it turned into running with teammates for like 2 or 3 minutes and not seeing a single person. And then next minute, there was just an explosion and dead. That was kind of it. Didn't see who shot me, couldn't see anyone around. It was literally as though it was like a tank in the distance that took you out after you've been running for ages. And for me, it was so irritating and such a letdown. And I know it's not going to be for everyone. Some people are going to jump on it and absolutely love it. Personally, when I heard about the game, I was expecting a Battlefield clone. Battlefield's a game that I absolutely love and adore. Even though it plays in a similar way, you can run for a bit without seeing people, but at the same point, if you end up getting picked off constantly at the same point, you can just spawn on a different teammate, you can spawn on a different point, you can spawn in a vehicle that's in the middle of the map, and you can kind of play it a little bit different. With this one, you were kind of stuck spawning at pretty much the same points to either run for miles or spawn at a different point where you just get exploded by a tank. And it was just irritating to the point where I gave up after 4 attempts on like 4 different rounds of just the same thing over and over again. I've literally deleted the game in a rage, which I know I might have to re-download it and give it another try at some point. But at the moment, that's kind of my thoughts on it. I'd give it like literally a 1 out of 10 right now. And the only reason I get a 1 instead of a 0 is because I know some people out there are going to enjoy it. I know a lot of you guys are going to disagree with it and say you should give it a try, you should try this, you should try that. But I kind of just wanted to put something out there of my experience with the game, because for me, when I make these videos on PlayStation Plus games, it's how easy the game is to get into. The opening 10 minutes of a game. If you've never played the game before, how easy it is just to jump straight in and play it without tutorials and anything. And for me, it was so negative that I ended up deleting the game, and I can imagine a lot of people doing the same if the experience was the same. For me personally, I'd say stick to Battlefield. If you want to give it a go, give it a go. But for me personally, it's not something that I'm going to play. Serious letdown. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Either way, I hope you found the information useful, even though the gameplay for it's pretty awful in the background, because it's literally just me running and running and running and then just dying out of the blue. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you do want to keep up to date with the PlayStation Plus news, make sure you follow the channel. But thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.